Hey guys, how's it going? It's Janie over here at Janie Sweets, and in this episode I'm coming at you with a tutorial on how to achieve this super easy cake modeled after the character Naruto. So if you want to learn how I made this, keep on watching. So to begin, I am starting out with a 6-inch cake that I'm going to cover with some flesh colored fondant. And to achieve flesh colored fondant, all you do is you just dye your fondant with Wilton Ivory food coloring, and it will give you that flesh tone color. So if you do not have access to like your local Michaels or Hobby Lobby, which is where I bought my food coloring, I will link it down below for you guys where you can purchase it online. So anyway, I'm just going to use my fondant smoother to smooth the cake out just very roughly. I'm not looking for extra sharp lines here or extra sharp edges here because it is supposed to look like a head. So as sharp as you can get it, it will be just fine. Then I'm using some blue fondant and I'm going to roll it out into a long sausage and then flatten it out, and that is the best way that I find that you can create a strip. So once I'm done flattening it out, I'm using my Wilton tool that I will link for you guys down below, and it is just a strip cutter so that I could cut a strip an inch thick. I'm just going to roll that out of the way so that I can go ahead and start or continue working on the cake. Now I'm using just a dry brush, and then for the nose I'm just going to create 2 little lines and then like a number 3 at the bottom. I hope this kind of makes sense. And then just a little squiggly at the bottom for the lips. I'm just going to darken up the eyebrows a little bit because I didn't like how light they were. So you're just using some of that copper color. I'm just going to go over it again. Once that's done, I'm going to glue on the gray piece of fondant that's in the front of his little bandana. And that's just gum glue that I'm using here to adhere that to the rest of the bandana. So now I'm using blue food coloring, just like a navy blue, so that I could paint over the bandana because I realized that his bandana was darker blue than this. So I'm just going to paint right over it. Just being super careful not to get it anywhere else on the body. Now I'm going to create the little symbol that he has. Again, I have traced it out with just like a tool, like a toothpick before, and then using, this is edible food marker. I will leave a link down below for you guys if you're interested in purchasing it online, but you can also find it at Hobby Lobby or any craft store. So then again, I'm going to put gum glue at the top of the head, and then just using yellow fondant, I'm just going to create the hair, and that's very organic. It does not have to look the same. Actually, every piece should look different. And you're just going to create a little cone shape and then just kind of stick it on there and then let it drape over his forehead, and then just sticking up at the top into the side of his face. Just as long as it looks like his hair, we're good to go. This process actually took forever because I had to place each hair one by one. Actually, if you guys have a cool method on how I could do this a lot easier, please comment down below. I would love to know. Now once I was done with that, I'm going to cut out the letters Happy Birthday Uriel because I made this for a little boy named Uriel. And so just place it on your board. You can actually use, and then I'm going to go over it with just some water inside of my airbrush machine. I've shared this tip before. It just makes it shinier and removes all of that cornstarch. And this is it, you guys. This is how I made it a thumbs up. Share it with your friends and family. As always, you can check out my last video by clicking on